rolls, that's filler. Chubby guys, you eat a lot of filler. But anyway, Jim, we didn't forget about you. But fall, winter, it just didn't happen. And then Mother Nature flooded our walkway so many times that we really didn't have the opportunity. But this is basically an appreciation for what you did for Conoy Township over the 20-some years that you were involved. Why do you keep staring at my bag? Because it says Widowmaker. He's staring at my bag, and then I saw him looking at the cards in my pocket, and I was thinking, we have Matt here to represent him. He might as well go buy more animals, because that got him out of trouble the first time.
Yeah.
I have a llama that's looking for a home, so.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to
I
see
would need
that.
Matt again.
Yeah.
If I have a llama.
But anyway, it's a small token for what Conoy can do for you. Here's Jim's photo that's in the newspaper, and as you can see, it's not quite as old, rough, and rustic as the three that are over on the table. Now the three on the table, you pick them up one at a time, Jim. Pick them up one at a time, bring them here, and you explain to me what you're showing the people. What in fact is that picture?
Well, this looks like a Conoy pioneer with probably a Pennsylvania long rifle and his hunting dog.
But he was famous.
This is maybe
That fur there would coincide directly with him. Not to show that you're not as smart as we all give you credit for.
Mr. Alden.
That's Daniel Boone.
Oh, Daniel Boone.
Now everybody knows
He was
that.
a man.
Daniel
was a
Boone.
man. Remember the
Oh,
He's a big man.
I
Big
was-
man.
He was from Kentucky and
Oh.
Berks County.
That's correct.
Right.
He was from eastern United States, and he discovered a way to get to Kentucky.
Right.
He went through the Cumberland Pass.
Right.
Once he located the Cumberland Pass, Kentucky was inhabited, and we were off to the races.
Cumberland Gap.
There you go. You do know your history. Now, get to one of the old person on the left. You fit right in with these, Jim. Now, who might that be? Everybody out there knows, and they're just look at
That's
this.
William Penn.
You got it. You got it. And what did he do?
Well, William Penn, he
Land
founded
grant.
Pennsylvania.
That's exactly right. And William Penn, he laid off the city of Philadelphia.
Right. Yes.
And by laying off the city of Philadelphia, he said the waterfront is supposed to remain public forever. So even though the people bought the houses and the lot, right between them was a public walkway. Famous steps, there's 12 steps that go down to the Delaware River, right in the middle of
Penn's
Philadelphia.
Landing.
Now you're talking. See, the man does
Too
know it.
bad they put I-95
Yeah.
between the city and the river.
Yeah, but that's them damn politicians. But anyway, they didn't have representation like that. Okay,
I've been to a lot of good concerts at Penn's Landing years ago.
well, when everything's done, you'll be recognized right with those pictures.
This is Sacagawea.
Wow. You're pretty sharp on
I was at her gravesite out in northwest Wyoming. You didn't know that.
that. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. But that's where she got buried after she
Yeah.
married her second husband.
Okay.
And her second husband took her son and moved to Canada. Her second husband had two wives at the same time. That sounds interesting. But anyway, here's good old Sacagawea coins. And poorly, everybody gets one of those, so they remember that Jim and Sacagawea have a little bit in common. But why did she make history?
Because she accompanied Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark, and what did they discover?
They discovered the passageway over the Rocky Mountains to the northwest passage of the Pacific Ocean.
Exactly. They knew the Pacific Ocean was out there,
They didn't know where.
but white man never knew how to get to it. She was young. She had a kid that was 2 months old. She packed up, went along with Lewis and Clark, because one, the Shoshone Indians were pretty mild, mellow, and laid back, just like Conoy.
Conoy.
You caught on, right, Matt?
Yeah, I did.
And then,
I saw where you were going.
Also, she could speak multiple languages, so she could communicate. And she did. They found the passageway to the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Now we have
Two out
that.
of three.
That's more than most of them. Yeah.
Now these signs here, Jim, they're what we have in Conoy.
You know, this is Wile E. Coyote.
That's Wile E. Coyote. He was a Conoy Township resident at one time. Those that we don't like end up skinned and preserved, we don't destroy them. But that's one of our signs, Jim. I know you don't want to be recognized with Conoy, but hey, that sign there put us on the map of the world. And read on the back what it says, Jim.
Presented to Jim Warner, April 11, 2019, from Conoy Township. Thank you for all you have done for Conoy. Conoy was first in the USA to post this message along our roads on February 4th, 2015. Stephen L. Mohr, Chairman, Conoy Township Board of Supervisors. You always have friends in Conoy. Thank you.
And then there's our other famous sign. These are for you to take home and put in your man cave if you have one. If not, put them out back right next to the pony shelter where you spend a lot of time.
Be sure to get a sign permit though.
This is presented to Jim Warner, April 11, 2019. Thank you for all your help. Best of luck in the future. This sign posted and blue lines printed on the roads of Conoy, December 7, 2016. First in Pennsylvania to do so. Steve Mohr, Chairman, Conoy Township.
That's another one for your band team. Sean, are you coming up here or are you stuck?
I know the perfect place where they're going to go.
Now, believe it or not, after today, this individual will be recognized the same as the three that we posted there. It's been 250 years since any passageway has been named in the United States. Old timers, that's the way it is. But Jim, these guys have something here they're going to present to you. And what it is, it's naming the Shops Mill Railroad Bridge now will be known as Welcome to the James D. Warner Passageway. 31 years of service to the Lancaster community. This passageway is dedicated in honor of James D. Warner. His tremendous leadership, vision, strong sense of civic responsibility as CEO of Luxwama was instrumental in helping the local and state partners achieve their long-held vision for recreation along the Susquehanna River through the development Northwest Lancaster County River Trail. And the message here we did quote Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not follow where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. And Conoy Township Board of Supervisors, passageway completed in 2014. This was supposed to be dedicated in December, Jim. The weather didn't cooperate, Mother Nature didn't cooperate. This plaque will be permanently placed in the vicinity of the walkway, mounted to some type of stone, and it will forever be named the James D. Warner Passageway. except when you get in a predicament, usually your right eyebrow comes down below the glass ring, and then you know that the short hairs are getting tight. But anyway, Jim, there you are. That's the least Conoy can do for you, and I hope we didn't
I've
embarrass
been in
you.
a few predicaments, just like I am now.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go. You want to say a few words, you go ahead. Otherwise, maybe some of the women that you can hardly keep them quiet, you know.
First of all, I was very surprised when I walked in here today. And this is pretty special. I don't expect, there's people out in this room that should have faces up there too. I mean, I was just in the place at the right time, and just followed a vision, and just followed what other leaders should do, just try to do good in the community. I had an organization that followed that vision with me, and terrific people that knew how to make it happen, because I wasn't the one out doing all the details. I was just the one sort of setting the table. And I have to mention the Lixwama Board of Directors that allowed their management and staff to be out forging and spending money and a lot of effort, but working with the local community like Conoy Township to forge a special bond that would forever benefit people that walk through that community. And it's you know, the trail was sort of like the cherry on top, but there's a lot of other things, beginning with why we're there. You know, the waste energy plant, and it's all the way back to Steve calling up my old boss and saying, "Hey, I see you're getting a lot of grief around the county. Why don't you come on up here, have a cup of coffee, and look at this farm that we have?" You know, and from there, that was really the beginning. And it hasn't always been easy. But as far as forging a partnership, there could be no better example between a county-wide organization and a local government unit for the good of the community. And how the hell I ever got to head the agency and ended up being the one that makes stuff like that happen, I don't know. But I just followed my heart. Sometimes I stretched what the Waste Authority had traditionally been doing. You know, picking one township over others and projects. But it certainly has been worth it. Everybody loves the Northwest River Trail. And it, I don't know if it would be built without the efforts of Lixwama.
Here, here.
I mean, eventually it would. I don't know, to be honest, if there would be a walkway from because that was a real, and I have to tell you, I don't want to do this without mentioning Dave Wilhelm. You know, some of you in the room worked with Dave or dealt with him, and Dave put a lot of effort into that, get this done. And but I can still remember making the decision to cut loose PennDOT and saying, "To hell with it, we're going to pay for it," and because you know we had to get it done. This is. I was happy with those other signs. You know, this is really, really over the top, and I can't thank Conoy Township enough to recognize me, my efforts, perpetuity, or at least that where it's now, which would be way past our lifetimes. And I'm so humbled that I never expected anything like this. I was just happy to make sure Lixwama had a sign there, recognizing Lixwama's efforts with that walkway. And I don't really want, I didn't need personal credit, but it sure is nice. I really, I guess I've said enough, but I'm overwhelmed with gratitude, and in some sense I don't feel deserving of this type of recognition, but it's terrific. I appreciate it. I feel like a lucky man in this community, and thank you for everybody that made this happen.
Jim, we've compiled a notebook here with pictures that were taken during construction, and it basically is on the walkway. It shows the last picture I took down there before any earth was disturbed. Some old guy used to sleep on that, and that right now is where you come from East Donegal down to the walkway. There was a tree that had a lot of character that had to be moved. That tree, and pictures of the construction as it went on. These aren't professional photos. These are just photos, and most of them came out of my iPad, working with Lady Susquehanna. Some of the things that went on preparing for construction. Yeah, you'll see Wilhelm's face in here. You'll see Nick's back head that started to get pretty thin on there. See how we kept the water out. Like I said, it brings back memories. I was there most every day, and I was glad I was there to see how it was done. Anybody ever says it's not constructed, well, you can argue with the point.
I have to tell you, I was at I forget, might have been at the Lancaster Roots and Blues, or I was talking to someone, and he said he didn't know my involvement. And he said, yeah, I went to ride on that trail and I had to turn around. Whoever constructed that, because it floods. It's not high. And I said, well, you know what? I have a reason for that. It's because of the terrain, and the story is that was built. We looked at 50 years of water elevation. And I can remember Dave Wilhelm telling me it's designed that if we get the average, it'll flood 7 days a year. And every foot that we would have made that higher would have cost $100,000. So I said 7 days, that sounds pretty good. Most of that's going to be in the winter. And that's the elevation. I agree. That's what we're doing. I think it was 400 grand. We're not going to make it 500 grand, so it only floods 6 days a year. All right, so, but now this year I know it was probably 20 some, if not more. But we had a very, very unusual year. And just put me high enough so I don't flood.
We have that marked. But one thing you must not have ever been left to know was during construction we raised that walkway 2 feet.
Okay.
And Dave Wilhelm told me now it's only going to flood 3 days.
3 days. Okay.
If I'd have had him this winter, I'd have castrated him.
I think we have his photo.
22 times.
22 times.
We cleaned the walkway, and in the fall of 2018 until April of 2019.
And this year we had the ice knock down the railing, right?
But it worked perfectly. They were breakaway welds on the bottom and laid it over. The guys went down, picked up all the pieces. The welder came and repaired it.
Terrific.
For $1,300 he did.
Yeah, that's
Next
pretty
time
good.
he'll probably charge us 2 or 3 times. This project was supposed to have a railroad inspector on it daily. And I met the railroad inspector there. The second day we were there, and I asked him, how comes he came so late? And he said, I couldn't find the damn place. He said, they were telling me it was along 441. But he said, there's no sign saying it's here.
Right.
And he was a younger guy. His grandpa had some connections to Conoy Township 75 years ago. And I said, let's go up here to Little Italy. And we went up to Little Italy, talked for an hour. And I said, there's really no reason for you to ever come back here again until it's completed. He says, I was thinking the same thing myself. So he said, if there's problems, you'll call me.
Was that before or after the gun sites?
That was
before.
But anyhow, he held up to his word. He never come back till the day they called for the inspection.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any problems. Everything went smooth. But this booklet's compiled, Jim. It says April 11, 2019, a dedication to James D. Warner, former CEO of Lakshmana. In June of 1997, a wonderful partnership began between Lancaster County Solid Waste and the Township of Conoy with the signing of a host agreement between the two parties. Prior to the signing of that agreement, Lakshmana, as they're finally referred to now, was looking for a site to house an incinerator to burn trash. What a forward-thinking concept, turning trash into energy. And with the forward-thinking attitude of the elected officials of Conoy Township, a match was made in heaven. I wouldn't go quite that far, but that's Kathy's. The incinerator would not be the only forward-thinking idea that would come out. Jim, as the leader of Lakshmana, you have always expressed a deep sense of responsibility to pay it forward to the community. The list of those contributions and communities is a long one. But speaking particularly for Conoy Township, not only did we benefit from the host agreement established in the 80s, but Lakshmana also assisted us with goals to keep the township clean of discarded items. We hold a spring and a fall cleanup days. Lakshmana has been an integral part of that effort, and by incredible contribution of manpower, equipment, and supplies to help keep Conoy clean. Lakshmana's efforts have also helped through education to raise public awareness to the need to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Over the years, partnership between Lakshmana and the township has flourished due to the mutual concern, consideration, and support of each other. And again, the township would become a very grateful beneficiary of the generosity of the Lakshmana team. Under your direction, Jim, the Lakshmana staff contributed wholeheartedly to the development of the Northwest Lancaster County River Trail. From grant writing to engineers' drawings and their expertise, acquisition of parcels of land, and especially negotiations with utilities and federal and state agencies. Lakshmana paved the way with enormous contribution to the development of not only the Conoy portion of the trail, but contributed assets to all municipalities within the trail corridor. And then it goes on to give some more about the grants and the money you just stated. Consulting with federal, state, and local authorities, plans were put in place for a walkway. We were at a standstill. We had no clue. There was talk of burrowing under the railroad. There was talk of trying to go over the railroad. And the plan to come with the walkway, that was just enormous. If it hadn't been for you and the walkway, I don't think the trail would have been completed as it was. And with all that done, the walkway and Shocks Mill Bridge became a reality, enabling trail users to navigate the entire 6 miles in Conoy, and word quickly spread about the crown jewel of Conoy Township, and that was what is now known as the James Mohr Passageway. much with deepest gratitude and appreciation. We, the Conoy Township Board of Supervisors, thank you, Jim, from the bottom of our hearts for your contribution to the enhancement of lives in Conoy Township, and hope that you enjoy this honor that has been our privilege and blessing to bestow upon you. Tonight at 7 o'clock, there'll be an official passage of a resolution, and that passageway will from here always be known as the James Warner Passageway. And there you can take that with you as a picture of it, and even if